Is your life partner your business partner as well? Are you considering starting a business with them? Can you separate your personal and your professional life? Would you still enjoy working with them after a tough day? Can you handle disagreements without it affecting your marriage? And would you risk your relationship for your business's success? If even one of these questions made you think, keep watching. This video will give you all the answers. Let's get started with the most important question. Should you make your life partner your business partner? Now, usually these things can get complicated if not handled carefully and in the right sense. So this really comes down to being a very subjective matter. Sometimes a partnership can work wonders, but on the other hand, does that always happen? Is that always the case? Because we also do see partnerships go down south when things go bad in the business. So now, we're going to start with the benefits of having your life partner also play the role of your business partner. Many of the world's most successful businesses were started out by couples who work together. But should you do it? Let's look at 5 reasons why this might be the best decision of your life. Reason number 1. Shared vision and passion. We are now going to talk about the success story of Nykaa, a brand which everyone reckons with and is aware of. This brand is run by Falguni and Sanjay Nair. Now, Falguni Nair left her high-paying job to start Nykaa. Her husband, Sanjay Nair, supported her and played a key role in its growth. Today, Nykaa is a 1 lakh crore business. Having your spouse as a business partner means aligning goals, supporting each other, and building something meaningful together. So the lesson learned here is when both partners have the same vision, they grow together. Moving on to point number 2, trust and reliability. Now we all know, in any and every business, the one most important thing is trust, is reliability. Because if you cannot trust your partner, your business is set up for doom. We are now going to talk about the success story of Richa and Vishal Garwa, the founders of websites.co.in. They built a multi-million-dollar startup helping small businesses go online. The biggest strength? Trust. In business, you need a partner who has your back. And who better than your life partner? The lesson learned here is with the right trust, the businesses built can be unbreakable. Moving on to point number 3. Shared financial goals. Now let's go ahead and look at the case study or talk about the success story of Akshay Kumar and Twinkle Khanna. Twinkle transitioned from acting to business, building a successful interior design and book publishing company, while Akshay Kumar backed her efforts. When spouses run a business, they work towards the same financial future rather than separate ones. The lesson learned here is financial alignment means long-term success. Now let's move to point number 4. Complementary skills equals to business growth. Let's talk about the success story of Dipendra Goyal and Kanchal Joshi, the founders of Zomato. Did you know Zomato's founder Dipendra Goyal started his journey with his wife Kanchal? He handled product development and she played a key role in early operations. Opposite skill sets create the perfect business balance. The lesson learned here is that your skills should complement each other, not compete with each other. Moving on to point number 5. More commitment, less risk. Let's talk about the success story of Indra Nooyi and Raj Nooyi, the former PepsiCo CEO. While Indra Nooyi was building PepsiCo into a global giant, her husband Raj managed their home. Even though they weren't business partners, their mutual commitment helped Nooyi succeed. The lesson learned here is that even though your spouse isn't actively involved, their support can mean the world to you. So what's the conclusion? If done right, a business partnership with your spouse can be the best decision of your life. But before you jump in, you need to have some serious discussions first. So let's now move on to our second segment, which is all about diving into deep discussions before taking the big step of starting a business together. Now, before you go ahead and mix love with business, sit down and talk about these 4 crucial topics. It may make all the difference. Topic number 1. Define roles and responsibilities. For example, Priya and Anand Krishnan, they own a chain of boutiques. When Priya and Anand started their boutique, they both wanted to make major decisions. The result? Constant arguments. They fixed it by clearly defining goals. Priya handled design, Anand managed operations. Business boomed. What's the lesson learned here? Divide tasks based on strengths. No overlapping roles. Point number 2. Set boundaries between work and marriage. For example, couple running a bakery business. They took work stress home, leading to fights and resentment. What was the solution? A rule: no business talk after 8 p.m. And the lesson learned here was keep business and personal life separate. Point number 3. Agree on finances and equity split. For example, a couple fighting over profits. A couple running a travel agency fought over profit sharing because they hadn't set clear agreements. The biggest lesson learned here is discuss financial matters before you start the business. Now, point number 4 is all about planning for disagreements. For example, founders of Housing.com fired from his own company. Disagreements destroyed a $1 billion startup because there was no conflict resolution plan. The lesson here could be decide how you're going to handle fights before they actually happen. Because if you fail to do that, that could result to destruction of your business. And that's exactly what happened here. So the lesson here would be plan your business like your marriage with trust, love, and clarity. Now let's move on to segment number 3 on common challenges and how to overcome them. Now, running a business with your spouse isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Here are 5 common challenges that you mostly will face, and here's how to overcome them. Challenge number 1, power struggles. For example, couples fighting over decisions and what the solution should be. Clearly, defined roles and mutual respect needs to be put into place here. Challenge number 2, work-life balance issues. For example, no off button on business talk. What's the solution? Dedicated no work time every single day. Challenge number 3, business stress starts to affect your marriage. Now, this is a very common scenario. Now, we often don't realize the amount of stress that we take home from our business is also something that starts hampering our personal relationship and equation with our spouse or partner. For example, a failing startup nearly destroyed a marriage here. What's the solution? Separate your emotions from your business. Have an exit strategy. Challenge number 4, and here's a big common one. Disagreements over finances. For example, business is doing great, but one spouse wants to exit. What's the solution? Preset financial agreements. Make sure that these kind of things can be avoided and you don't have to cross this bridge. You can actually avoid the entire situation by proper planning in advance. Challenge number 5, losing your personal identity. For example, spouses that start feeling stuck in each other's shadows. What's the solution? Ensure that both partners maintain individual passions and hobbies. Now let's move further towards the conclusion of this video. A business with your spouse can work if you manage it right. If you unfortunately mismanage the business, then not only does your business suffer, but your relationship, your marriage is also heading for doomsday. Because professional problems are often seen interfering into personal matters as well. And that's where a conflict can begin, which will not only destroy your business, but will also not be good for your relationship or your marriage. So what are your thoughts on this topic? Are you planning to start a business with your spouse or your partner? If yes, do mention in the comments on what kind of a business are you looking at, and if required, if you need one, we'd like to make a detailed video on that topic as well. And if you think you liked this video or you found it helpful or informative in any way, please do share it with your other couple friends as well. Who knows? They might just need a little more insight before taking the big step themselves. So if you like this video, also do subscribe to our Bosswala English channel, where we can get for you many more videos with a lot of information on trending topics. And also do hit the bell icon so you can get intimated about our new videos. My name is Aditya, I'm your host, and thank you so much for watching this video. And once again, before I go, do leave a comment saying yes or no on what your opinion is about starting a business with your partner.
Bosswala. Be the boss.